Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with Overall Construction. I'm Denver. Today I'll be teaching you how to read a tape measure advanced version. Just some advanced features of the tape measure. I should mention first that if you haven't seen the how to read a tape measure basics, please refer back to my last video and I will teach you that first. Talks about fractions of an inch, whole inches and feet, and what the tape measure is used for. Today I will show you more of the advanced features of the tape measure. So let's get started. So the first thing you should know is what the red numbers are and also what this diamond means on your tape measure. They represent layout marks. So when you go to lay out a wall or roof, you have to think of how to lay it out that it breaks evenly across 8 foot. So if you start with 1 foot, that divides evenly with 96 inches. So 12 into 96, it goes 8 times. You go to 16-inch centers, that divides into 96 6 times. And 19.2, that divides into 96 5 times. And then you can go to 2 foot centers, which goes into 96 4 times. And then 4 foot centers, more common on like barns and such, that goes into it 2 times. Those marks represent the center of the layout. So depending on what material you're using, you need to think about offsetting your mark so that you can put it dead center on layout, but also have a line to go by when you're laying it out. So for example, when you're using 2x material, which the actual width is 1.5 inches, you offset your mark 3/4 of an inch. So depending on what situation you're in, it could look like this. The 12-inch center would look something like this. And the 16-inch center would look something like this. And I think you get the point. The marks are on the center, but I've put double lines. Typically in the field you don't get double lines or center line. You get one line and then an X to one side or the other on layout. So the X marks the spot, so you know that's where your framing material goes. So and here's 2 foot also, and I think you get the point. They're all center. I will show you how it would look in the field. That is just a kind of a beginner representation of what the layout looks like and how it kind of breaks down. So in the field, you would see something like this. I'll do 16-inch center for instance. So that's typical layout for a wall, and depending on how long your wall is, you can just keep laying it out on your reds. All of these layout marks vary depending on the specs from your designer or architect, and also what is determined by the code in your certain state. So these layout marks are a wide variety. Typically here in Kentucky we use 12-inch centers to strengthen up a floor, like if there's going to be a hot tub on the floor or something like that. The walls are typically 16-inch center, or sometimes 2-foot center if it's just a temporary wall or something to that effect. 15.2 centers are on like a beefier floor system like floor trusses or I-joists. And still sometimes I see I-joists laid out on 16-inch center. It just all depends on the specs and the code specifically to your location. These are all the layout marks that can be used in construction. They all base around 96 inches. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time.